All right, take two on this one. I think. We'll see. If you were with us before, hopefully you come back over. I'm going to text Hailee to make sure she knows. All right. So we'll give this a go. All right. Tim, hey, what's up? First and foremost, I just wanted to say a big thanks to everybody who is out there right now on the front lines fighting this battle that's going on in our world, whether it be a medical staff or you're in the grocery stores or you're delivering items for people. A big thank you for that, because this is things where if it wasn't for you
Hi.
around and Hailee has joined.
I'm here.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. I was just giving a big thanks to everybody, first and foremost, who are out there right now. You and I are at home comfortable. I hope you're comfortable. I'm definitely comfortable.
I'm with my dog currently biting my foot.
Hey, the new little pup.
Hey, no bite.
He's
in attack mode right now. He slept a long time last night, so he's all wound
now
up.
He's rearing and ready to go.
Yeah.
But just before we get to anything here, I just want to say thank you, because guys, to people who are not home comfortable right now in their bed, to those who are fighting for their life, for those who are on the front lines, for those who are helping, making sure everyone has supplies, thank you, first and foremost. Second, I thought this would be a fun way to mix some things up as we're all kind of hanging out at home, and I miss humans like Hailee and others, our motorsport family, our trackside folk, and everybody else alike. So I thought this would be a good way to get people together, and basically just initially I thought cup of coffee, but it turns out that almost everybody that I would talk to is sponsored by an energy drink or beverage company.
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
So I thought perhaps it's not going to be a cup of coffee.
Wait. I got mine.
What you got? Which one?
It may be empty because I drank it last night.
That's okay. You need a little extra. What's your favorite flavor?
I like the ultra lines. The ones they have no calories and no sugar in them. So then I don't I feel like I'm being healthy.
Yeah. How many times is it that there actually water in it, as opposed to does that happen ever?
I mean, whenever I get them and stuff, I'm a big caffeine person, whether it's coffee, whether it's energy drinks or pre-workout, I live off caffeine, and it's a big problem. I notice when I don't have it, I get headaches and stuff,
yeah.
But I need it. I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I need caffeine, whether it's coffee, energy drink, or something. Before I work out, I have to have caffeine in me.
I literally, someone will say, you need to go to yoga or you need to go get coffee, your pick.
Yeah.
One or the other. I totally get it. So you need that little extra caffeine.
I have to have caffeine. It's a mandatory thing every single morning. So I don't usually eat until around noon, 1, but I take my pre-workout or coffee or energy drink, whatever it is that I want that morning, and I'll put my greens in and stuff, and so I have something in my system, and so it gives me energy, and then I work out, and then I eat after.
Are you one of those intermittent fasting people?
Yeah, because I noticed it helps me Corona. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't joke.
Don't Don't have that. I'm kidding.
Don't joke.
I'm actually doing good right now. So I eat intermittent fast, or I don't even know what it's called, but I don't eat until noon, 1.
Okay, and that's because you actually felt like it made a difference?
Yeah, I feel like it helps. It gives my body time to digest food. If not, I just feel when you eat and you feel sick after. Sometimes, and you just feel kind of lazy. I feel like it gives me time for my body to recoup. And my dad's done a lot of studying into it of how good it is for you. So he does it too a little bit, but he has coffee in the morning. But I don't know if that's against it.
I think coffee is literally just a staple. I literally drink water. Actually, every year my goal in life is to drink more water.
Always.
I'm not a New Year's
same.
person, but literally I used to make Post-it notes and post it around the house as drink water, because that's something. I drink water, I drink coffee, and I drink wine.
Yeah.
We
have vineyards and stuff, and so it's funny because we have a bunch of wine in our pantry, but no one in my family, my parents, no one drinks wine. But then I have this one aunt that comes over, takes all the wine with her bag, back when she goes home. But literally, there's been wine bottles and just stuff just stays in there. It's more display.
Here in Newport's cool with you sending that wine this way, not too far from you.
Yeah.
No, Yeah, I tried the intermittent fasting thing too. I think it's been an interesting conversation piece, and it's interesting learning more and more about it, especially from the athlete side.
Yeah.
I think there's a combination of what that kind of looks like, and I think as we kind of develop more, but I'm the same way. Like I work when I'm at meetcoms or at races, like I'm that girl who forgets to eat, not because of any other reason other than like it makes me a little bit sluggish, and like
yeah,
we don't have time. Time to be sluggish.
No. And then, like, I feel like when I'm at the racetrack, it's always kind of bad food around. Like, you saw me in the trailer making that food, and I felt so sick after, and I always do that to myself, and I regret it after. So I'm like, Hailee, you need to just stop eating, like, the bad. It's better. I feel like it's better for me personally. Like, I'd rather not eat and have, like, a protein shake or some greens or something, like, in a drink rather than eat some. I legit made a taco salad. It was so disgusting. It actually tasted really good, but it would look so gross. It was like packaged lettuce. It had like salsa, barbecue beans on top, ranch with some like taco meat. It was really it sounded gross. It actually tasted pretty good. I felt so sick after before the race.
Dude, this morning I had a call with somebody else regarding something else, and they're doing a story about quarantine, and they were like, "What's your favorite thing you've cooked this week?" Because like that's what honestly, like, I've gotten a chance to use my kitchen, which you know how it is, how life on the road, like 250 plus days, you like don't get a chance to use. I've used like every single appliance in my kitchen. I didn't even know that I had it. But I made this taco salad this week that was like so bomb. I was so stoked, and like so and he said, "What was your favorite thing to make?" I was like, this taco salad.
Yeah.
So good. Anyway.
See, that's what I've been doing. I've been sitting in my kitchen, and I literally just meal prep for the entire week because I've been trying to get like while I'm home really healthy. Like, let's get in good shape. Like, we're gonna get after. Like, I have time to get after right now. And so I've been making I made like this shrimp pasta with like spaghetti squash noodles and stuff, and like protein pasta, and then I have like these salads I make. My dog's eating everything. All my cards on the floor right now, but that's okay. But I've been like cooking up everything that I can, making like protein banana muffins, and like just getting after everything in my kitchen or in like the pantry. I've been able to use now everything that's in.
Isn't that wonderful? Like, what a strange thing that like never got a chance to do. And I wanted to go back to like your healthy comment. So of course, like during this time, like all of us, right? All of us, from losing that purpose of racing and that feeling that you're kind of like losing that your purpose when they kind of took away these events, and you're just like, wait, time out. What am I supposed to do with myself now? To, you know, financial concerns, to health concerns, to everything going on. And I had my aunt who had said something, and you just kind of hit the nail on the head too, about that idea of like being healthy. And this is something that I was just struggling with, and I thought perhaps like if somebody else could hear this, is doing everything in our power now, as long as we're healthy, doing everything in our power now so that when this too shall pass, that you're ready for whatever's next. So you talk about like that healthy mindset and like what you have going now, so that when you go back to racing or whatever else you're doing, that like you've prepared in this off time, if you will. Is that like how you've had to like rework your mindset?
Yeah, like it's almost, I talked to like my trainers and stuff about it. It's like doing everything now, and then everything else is to maintain it. And so I've been just like working super hard on health and fitness, stuff like that. I had a simulator that I had since, I think I got it for my 13th or 14th birthday. And that's back, like, for some reason, like, growing up, because we're, like, a motorsports family, I'd always get some type of motorsport vehicle, whether it be, like, a pit bike or stuff like that, and different things, like crazy carts, like, different things for, like, birthdays or Christmas from my parents. And it was one of those presents. It was, like, one of my big presents, but I didn't know how to set it up or anything. So I finally, after about 4 or 5 years, got my simulator set up. So I've been on it, like, all morning. I went to the gym to work out, and I was, like, looking at it in the corner. I got done stretching, like, to warm up. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I'm getting on the simulator. And so
how good are you?
On it.
Not so good are you?
How what?
How good or not so good on the sim are you?
I'm getting better.
Yeah,
we have a long way to go.
I can't. I crashed on national television the first time I was ever on a simulator. Not super stoked on this one, but it was on Mecum, and there was some Simcraft was there, and I crashed at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway of all places, like my hometown track. And I was like just straight into turn one. It was like, and then I was like, that's it. I gotta. But I mean, seeing that shift and change with society, I mean, that's been is it solid practice, do you think? Like,
yeah, I feel like it's the best thing I have right now, especially and I think it's the best thing I have in general, because I usually go on the Ford simulator in North Carolina, and I'm in North Carolina a lot, so that gives me a source of something to use. But so that's why I've never really set up my simulators, because like, hey, like, I have like Fords to use, and theirs is really, really nice, and so I've been just going on that, and they give me a lot of access to that, which is cool. Okay. But I feel like now, with how expensive racing is just to get on track and how much it costs, just even like my more cost-effective way of practicing is going out and go-karting, stuff like that. That's just
it's like actual behind the wheel time.
Yeah, it's realistic, and so that's realistically what's affordable. And so I think that the simulator is the best way to get practice in a stock car and on these stock car tracks without being able to KO the fence if you need to, and not be hurting financially because of it.
Right. Minor detail. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about it from like, I think my approach would be, okay, behind the wheel, like getting seat time, if you will, is one way. But like, what about like doing some of these tracks that you know you're going to be on? Does that like help? Does that help to feel like you know how the track is? Is that more of the practice there?
Yeah, so I think that's something with the Ford simulator. Before every single race, I go on that simulator for the tracks that they have. Obviously, some of these short tracks they don't have, which are like the Salem Speedways, different tracks like that.
Those Indiana tracks.
But for Daytona, I was on that simulator as much as I could be before that race, just so I'm so comfortable there to where when I get on the track, nothing feels uncomfortable. It feels so normal. And it feels like just like I'm getting back on the simulator, and it's comparable. And so I think that's something that I've used that resource as much as I can, because I know it helps. And if it's going to help, like, why not? Like, I have time to do it, and my career is going to be hopefully be racing. I don't know what's going to happen going on right now, but that's kind of my purpose in life, is for racing, and that's everything I've trained for is for racing. So I'm going to put as much effort as I can into that.
Right, of course. I think it's interesting, too, from this, I don't know, this sim perspective. What did you think of the Invitational this last weekend? Did you watch any of it on Fox?
Yeah, I watched some of it. So I was running, and I didn't know what time it was starting, so I don't know, I wasn't really, like, paying attention. So I was on my run. I was like, oh, my God, it just started. And so I'm, like, sprinting back home, and I'm already about 3 miles away from the house. So I'm like, okay.
Girl, how long is your run?
I run usually 3 to 6 miles every day, depending on, like, what I have going on. So like, there's a loop around my house. I can do the loop, or I can go 1.5 miles down and 1.5 miles back for 3 miles. Or once I'm already committed, I gotta go the full 6 miles.
I'm right there. I'm with you on that. Mine's a 4 back and forth, and it's one of those that once I'm on it, I'm on.
You're stuck. Like I'm in the middle of the road by the wineries, and I'm like, I am stuck right here, and I gotta go back because it's equally 3 miles both ways.
I get it, though. I respect. So you got back, you watched some of it. Are you going to be doing any of those?
So I keep getting asked about it. So even NASCAR hit me up. They're like, hey, like, when you got, like, your sim ready and you're ready to go, like, let us know, and we'll, like, get you into these races and stuff. And so I think that I need some more practice and get comfortable on the simulator, because I want to go out there and I want to be competitive.
Yeah, it's like the same thing as being a driver.
Yeah, like I want to go out there and want to be competitive. I'm not going to do something I'm not ready for, but I do. Everyone hitting me up, they're like, hey, like, we have a race tonight, and I'm like, I need to figure out how to set up the car and everything like that too. So I'm like, okay, I'm plowing into the fence at Bristol right now, and I'm over here like texting all like the mechanics I know. I'm like, what do I do to fix this?
What is some of your advice? Like, because I guess if you're setting the car up yourself, are you setting it up yourself with their advice?
I pretty much, I'm making phone calls, FaceTime calls, asking pretty much everyone that I know. And sometimes I'll just try stuff based on, like, the knowledge that I know, which I still have a lot to learn in stock car racing. And I'm trying to learn as much as I can in, like, past notes. I'm, like, trying to see if it's comparable to changes that I've made. And I'm like, oh, we hit on something. It turns.
There we go.
Oh, my God, we're fast now. We're fast. But it's little things like that. Because, like, for these races and stuff, like, I know all these guys got, like, when you're trying to race against guys like Denny Hamlin and all these other guys racing in on the simulators and stuff, and they've been doing it forever, like normal stock car racing, NASCAR stuff, and they know all these setups because they've experienced it all, and you can't be experienced. So it'd be a little bit hard to go out there and be competitive, but we're working on it.
I think it's going to be great. I look forward to it. I think, having been in esports before, so I was with the Forza Racing Championship over the last couple of years, and then kind of seeing this, like, grow and develop immediately. Like, it was so insane, right? Like, everything changed from our schedules. And then we had you know, an iRacing situation. It was so cool to see it come together in that way.
I feel like it was perfect timing for the whole iRacing thing coming together and the whole esports thing of NASCAR and everything that's been going on. It's almost like a forced break to build up another side of the sport, because NASCAR is still going to be there once it starts back up. It's still going to be the same level and the same amount of fans and stuff, but it's building this new type of sport with gaming and stuff we have that accessibility, and it's going to be cool to see that with NASCAR, because at the end of the day, it's like growing two separate sports and combining them. So you're going to double up on everything.
No, you know what I think is also interesting too is some of these guys, and I think actually all of them were dudes with Forza that were competing in the series at that time. But like all those guys, it's like opening the door for them to have a different platform of racing. That's what I think is cool about iRacing, is it could get some people in the doors in a completely different way to go racing, if you will.
And now for me, like getting my simulator set up, because I'm going to start, like once I actually get decent on it, I'm going to start streaming it on Twitch.
We'll be watching for that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to start streaming it on Twitch. So then that gives me another social media platform, and that gives me another platform to access my fans and show a different part of my life and a different part of my training. And so that's something that it's just cool. It's something that it's so different, and it's not happened before, and it almost forcefully happened with everything being shut down right now, but it was in a good way.
You know, one of the things I thought was super cool about the show, and I know they're keeping going with this, was how you got into people's homes and you saw like their casual wear, and like they weren't like sponsored up. God bless your sponsors, but sponsored up, and you know, like there was an R&R look to it that like these guys are competing at a level that is still, you know, they want to win, but like you're seeing it in their home, and like I don't know, I really thought that was
comfortable. Cool. They're at a comfortable place. Everyone feels comfortable in their home usually, and that's usually where you can be yourself, and you can be more personable, and you're not so worried about the sponsors around you. You're not so worried about being videoed every single second, and having like certain questions being asked. You can just be yourself, and obviously it's being videoed and streamed and stuff like that. But I think it's a different way to access different sides of drivers to make it more personable.
One thing that I thought has been really cool covering you. Okay, so if you're joining us right now, like Hailee and I have known each other since 2013 or so. So you're
a long time.
7.
Yeah.
And like
since I've been going to the rally car races, stuff like that.
Yeah. Like off-road rally. That's my background, of course, is the rally cross off-road stuff. And for you, like it's been super cool because I've seen you in all these different positions and growing and changing. But one of the most fun parts about covering you with ARCA stuff now is like seeing you interact with fans that like I saw your dad doing the same thing when I was covering rallycross like way back when. And I'd be curious to know, you talked about like being comfortable in your own home, but like how much, because you strike me as the same person across the board, like on your socials, in real life. Yeah, like you and I talk about eating lemon cake that maybe, you know, not everybody knows.
I ate like 10 pieces of lemon cake before the race. You can't put bad food in front of me because I'm going to eat it. So that's my thing. Like, if I don't have bad food on me, I'm good. I can eat healthy. But that was bad. I have bad.
That lemon cake came in clutch. But in you know, from across the board, I see you interacting with your fans. How much would you say, like, what percentage is like that is the authentic, genuine version of you when you're out of the track? Like, I've heard you like this. Sorry if this is. I heard you, you know, burp in front of people. You're like, excuse me.
Oh my gosh, so sorry. Yeah.
I have seen, and I think it's super cool because I think it really shows a side of you. But how much of that is really you?
It's hard for me to be fake. I don't like being fake, and I've never tried to be a fake person and put on a front, but I try to like, I don't know, I'd say it's about 99% of me.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm my full 110% myself is when I'm with my best friend, Caitlin. She's in my bathroom right now.
I was going to say, isn't she there right now?
Wait, we can show Caitlin. Wait, Caitlin, come here.
I'm enjoying our fun.
Yeah. She's putting her makeup on and watching my dog. But this is Caitlin. Yeah. Yeah.
And the dog, I think, too, a lot of people want to see the new pup. Do we have a quick view on?
Hey, come here. Come here, buddy. He's eating a hair tie right now.
Logically. Come on.
Come here.
How much fun has it been this last, oh my gosh, it's only been like a week and a half. But how much fun has it been like this week and a half with the pup?
It's been fun because I get to focus on him, and I don't get much time to focus on certain things with how crazy racing is. And he's either full pinned, doing hot laps, pooping everywhere, peeing everywhere, biting. He wants to bite everything. He chews on my wooden bed frame, chews on the knobs on my dresser, like bites the baseboards off my walls.
Yeah.
Or he's just sleeping and wants to cuddle. And I'm like, you're a dog. You are no, ow, 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 ow. And so he's been fun to deal with, but it's just, I don't know. I'd say when it comes to my fans, though, and all that stuff, I try to be as real and authentic as possible because I see so many drivers that put on, like, this kind of, like, little, like, shield of, like, when they're at the racetrack, and I don't like that. I'm going to be myself, and I'm not going to try to be someone that I'm not. And
I could totally read that, and seeing you in different phases of your life, too, I would say that that's probably, I would have said 99%. I don't even know you outside of much of that, but I would say that I think you really do a good job at finding that balance.
Yeah, and so it's all about balance, though. I feel like everything in life is a balance. It's a balance between your personal life, racing life, how much information you want to share with fans, and how much, it's just everything. It's crazy. Everything in life is a balance.
It absolutely is. Is Trigger going to be a track dog? Are we going to get...
He's going to be a big boy. His parents were big. And he's already, there was a few puppies to pick from when I was picking him out. And I picked the one with, like, the biggest, like, he had the biggest head. And so I was like, I want him to be, like, a big dog when he's older. And so I'll probably bring him to some of the closer races, depending. I have a feeling it's going to be hard to fly with him anywhere. So we will see.
You guys have driven a few, weren't you guys driving? You were from the Carolinas down to Daytona.
Yeah.
You were driving, you guys, I guess West Coast stuff.
Yeah. Which one? We have more West Coast races and stuff like that. That'd be cool to take him to. But when it comes to the East Coast races, he's gonna be a pain to take her out.
I think it's fantastic. Has the whole fam enjoyed having the pup?
Yeah. My brother, my mom told my little brother Hayden, like, oh, like, you can pick out the next dog or whatever, it'll be your choice. And then next to my mom didn't know I was getting this dog. So I've been texting the lady and going back and forth with her, like, hey, because she's close around here. And I was like, could I come by and, like, look at him? And then so I told my dad about it, and me and my dad were texting each other.
Did this without even telling your mom?
Hilarious. No, because I knew she would be like, she'd probably be like, we don't need a dog, like, da-da-da. But, like, I need the dog.
So, like, you need the dog.
Exactly. And so I told my dad, we were texting pictures back and forth and stuff. And officially one of the days, my dad was running a CVS. And it was when, like, everything, the quarantine deal, like, we were all getting quarantined and stuff in California. And I was like, okay, before it gets any worse, I was like, I'm going to hit this lady up, and we're going to go, like, get this dog. And so I'm texting my dad, and he's like, and I don't really usually run errands with my dad anymore, because, like, we're both busy, and we're both usually doing our own things.
Your daddy-daughter dates are very different.
Yeah. Exactly. And so all of a sudden I'm like, I'm ready to go. Like, I have my backpack. And mom's like, where are you going? And I was like, I'm going to CVS with dad. And she goes, when do you ever run errands with dad? I was like, I'm bored. And so an hour and a half later, okay, keep in mind, it's an hour and a half later.
That's a long CVS.
Where are you? And I was like,
that is a long run at CVS.
Oh, yeah. She texted me, where are you? And she called me, and I was like, we're just not going to answer right now. And so we got the dog, brought him home, and my mom was all skeptical at first because we have this other little dog, Audi, my little Pomeranian.
Yeah.
And so she, like, grabs my Pomeranian and, like, walks away with it. But it was funny. She loves him now.
Now after that's something I don't think we had, like, Bill and Emily. So my mom and dad have dogs, people named dogs. Like, how did Trigger come about? Because our dogs' names are Bill and Emily. We prefer having them be people names.
Yeah.
Is from the angle of Trigger, how'd that come about?
So we always, for some reason, when it comes to bigger dogs, we always have, like, intense, mean dog names. Like, my dog's name was Tank. The other one was Gunner. And this one. And then this one, I was like, I want it to be something, like, cool and mean. So it was between Kojak and Trigger. Kojak. It was different. I was like, I kind of like it.
Yeah,
and so I was like, oh, I kind of started asking a few people, like, what do you think and stuff. And my dad was like, I like Trigger. I was like, I like Trigger too. And so we ended up naming that.
So good. It's so good. Well, out of all the things here this last couple of weeks, is there anything, like, I don't know, my takeaway is, like, change my mindset and think, okay, what can we do to, like, prepare for, like, after some of these changes are done? Anything else, like, for you, like, how mentality-wise, like, how are you kind of teeing it up?
I pretty much just been focusing on my health and getting everything I want to get this full iRacing thing figured out, and that's been my goal.
You will.
Yeah. So by the end of quarantine, everything, by time racing gets started back up, I want to have the full streaming system done. We've been doing these YouTube live videos on, obviously on our YouTube channel, but we've been doing them every single night with our family. And we've been doing like competitions and stuff, and we're a very competitive family.
Yeah.
And so me and my friend Caitlin, she's practically been at my house every single night since we've got quarantined in California. She practically lives here. And so
she lives here now.
Yeah, exactly. Like she has her full meal prep meals in the fridge and stuff too. And so we've been coming up with like different competition ideas, and so we do them on our YouTube live videos every single night. And we've been doing them at 6 p.m. and it's fun because like people. And we've been donating, so we're going to be donating, like, I think it's a big portion of the money. I don't know how much my dad figured out, but we're going to be donating it to everyone kind of affected by this and everything that's been going on, like, whether it's a charity that is helping through, like, the COVID-19 thing, or families that are being affected by it that, like, are out of work and stuff. So we're going to be donating to that. And so we've been doing competitions, and then my dad will match the donations. And so, like, my little brother is, like, trying to rack up some money over here. It's getting really competitive. So we've been doing that every night. So we'll have another one coming up tonight. Yeah, last night's was fun. Yeah.
What's been the favorite track?
Favorite what?
Track on iRacing?
On iRacing? I was just at Bristol today, and that was pretty fun. I'm still trying to get it all set up because I keep buying all these tracks, but I'm trying to like figure out like, hey, is there like a promo code I can get? And so my dad's like, dude, you need to stop buying these tracks on the race account unless you're gonna race with him. So I just bought Charlotte, so I'm gonna practice there. So I think that one's gonna be fun too.
Right on. That's so awesome. Well, I know that you have another call with like very priorities. Coming up, but I'll let you hop off, but I appreciate your time and your pup and friends.
No problem.
And give me your banana muffin recipes, by the way. Like literally my banana bread is
I guesstimate everything on it.
You could never give that, you could never do it again.
I literally just start throwing stuff in. I'm like, and then I try it, and then I probably shouldn't be trying it because there's raw eggs in it. And I try it, and then I add some more stuff, but you know what? YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO, for sure. Thanks, girl. We'll be
no problem.
Tell your family I said hi, and keep rocking it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see you at the track soon.
Okay. Hey, girl.
Bye. See ya.
I don't know if this is going to work again, but this is just a follow-up after that conversation with Hailee Deegan. A big thanks to everyone who joined for that. That was fun. That was my first. And, we have more coming. And in theory, I want to call it a drink with, could be a coffee talk, could be whatever at this point, but I just wanted to say thank you. And to those again who are out and about for helping everything happening, the first responders, those who are in the medical system and everything else alike. I hope that you stay safe as you absolutely can, and everybody else is staying healthy. And I also want to give a heads up that tomorrow I'm going to be talking with Alexander Rossi at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. So you want to see my bike, Minty Chip? Oh, that seems so far away. Hi, Christine. Hey, Ben. A bunch of you. It's good to see so many of you. I hope you guys are all healthy. Minty Chip, maybe one of these days. God bless it. But we got more of these coming your way. So thank you again for joining. And I look forward to just having a cup of coffee or a drink with whomever.